2016. Now, this is going to be a response regarding a video I saw done by Rebel Media. And I'll start by saying that, one, I like Rebel Media, and Ezra has done a great job in creating a place outside the craziness of the world and delivering their opinions on a different medium and outside the normal left media. And two, I do have a crush on Lauren Southern and blah, blah, blah. So my video is definitely sided with them, but I'll try to be as polite as possible for those who are not sided. So in Toronto, Canada, I believe it was on October 11th, there was an open discussion with Jordan B. Peterson, who's a professor at one of the universities here in Toronto. He was there to speak about the freedom of speech versus C16, Bill C16, that's what it's called, which is basically an act to amend the Canadian Human Rights Act and Criminal Code. And in the long and short run of it, it will make illegal and a criminal offense to discriminate against someone's gender expression or gender identity. This can seem like a good thing, but in reality, if you ever watched a YouTube video with, SWJ or SJW in the title, or Social Justice Warrior, or Black Lives Matter, blah, 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 or anything to do with that, you'll see how crazy that it can get. My only question is, though, towards this is, when will society actually wake up and realize we have better things to worry about? Some things I noticed in about the behavior of the people against free speech in the videos that I posted below are they constantly interrupted. So someone was giving an opinion, they would just cut in and start screaming and then pretend that they won the argument. All they did was scream and yell whenever someone tried to talk, scream shame, scream whatever I couldn't understand what they were saying all this time. They brought devices to, make noise, white noise, to block anything from happening. I even saw people getting assaulted for speaking their mind against these people who want nothing to do with free speech. Lauren Southern got hit as well, which was kind of silly, because why would you assault someone on TV and then say, oh, well, I didn't see anything, officer, it didn't happen, and then, look like a smug little liar, It's just behavior like that is unbecoming of Canadian citizens. Like, seriously, it does need to happen. You really can't have a discussion about free speech if you block and disrupt it, because how can you have a discussion of free speech if you won't let free speech happen? We need to defend the freedom of free speech, because freedom of speech is very important for our democracy. We are not a Middle Eastern country. When in the video, when Mr. Jordan B. Peterson said we were in danger of crossing the line, I very much agree with that, because, having the government tell me what language I can and cannot use, and then tell me to, follow their rules and follow their agenda, is something I don't want to do. Now, the second video that I linked opened up with Jordan B. Peterson being asked a question about how he felt there being Nazis at his rally. Now, of course, he responded he didn't like Nazis, but she kept on pressing that, calling him a racist and blah, blah, blah. And the funny thing is, while she's saying this, there is very few white people behind him. Everybody that's around him is of color. Does she even open her eyes and see past her tunnel vision to just Jordan B. Peterson? Several things that she said. She stated that he was her enemy because he refused to use pronouns. She made points that because she's transgender, she cannot get a house or an apartment or a job because they don't want her there. And she wants this bill enacted so, she has protection so they cannot fire her or deny her a place to live, which is silly because, whatever. Now, They also made points about people committing suicides because people didn't use the right pronouns on them. Now, I don't understand why people are getting a little upset because they're being called a he when they're an actual guy, or a she if there's an actual girl. I don't think that warrants, committing suicide over. I think these people need to get a little thicker skin and stop letting everything in the world bother them. The very idea that I need to use someone's pronouns is silly. I'm not going to do that. Why would I? One, I don't really care who you are. Two, I don't really care about your feelings. Three, I don't really care what you wish to be called. Because that tends to change from week to week. If you were born a woman or, a man, you're a woman or man, you're male or female. Now, I understand that there is a small percentage that were born of both. They have mutation in their system that causes to happen, blah, 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 and I'm probably going to blast over that, but I don't really care. But the thing is that all these people in the video are just people who spent too much time on Tumblr, who are not really transgender. They want to be transgender. They want to emulate their life based on memes they saw on Tumblr. They want to pretend that there's 76 genders and no binary this and binary fluid that. You know what? It's just man and woman, in my opinion. I've also always said that I don't really believe that people should transition to another gender. If we were meant to do that, we would naturally have a way to do that, which we didn't need surgery or pills or things to help push that process through. And on that same respect, though, if someone does make the transition and are happy with them, I will respect them on that. It's a thing, like, I do think, how can I phrase this? Just because a girl liked video games and G.I. Joes growing up doesn't mean that they're a boy. And the same thing, just because a guy liked My Little Pony growing up and wearing dresses doesn't mean they're a girl. It's just what they like to do. People can love whoever they want, whatever they want. They can like anything. They can enjoy doing whatever they want. The world's the limit. I do believe, calling things like baseball or dresses is a social construct for men and women. Like, that's not a boy's thing. That's not a girl's thing. But just because you like those boy things doesn't make you a boy. Just because you like those girl things doesn't make you a girl, right? It's just stupid. Like, get on with your life, grow up, live your life however you want. Who gives a fuck? But don't force me to fucking fall in line and do what you say. Be your little subservient because your feelings are hurt. The very notion that we can just have this fake community of transgender people who can boss us around is just stupid. They go to this event, they cause an issue, they cry the victim, and we're supposed to feel bad for them? You cause a disturbance, claim to be the victim. It makes no sense. You do not help your case. You do not help your movement, and all you're doing is making the trans community look like whiny fake babies who spend too much time on Tumblr. Or they've taken some gender studies course or have taken some gender studies course. It's just a waste of my time. And, you shouldn't be fighting free speech because, honestly, most of these fake transgendered people in Toronto would get stoned in the Middle East. Like, seriously. So just enjoy what you have, enjoy the life of freedom that you're given, and enjoy all the perks and wonderful things that you have in North America. Well, thank you, and this is me from Toronto, Canada. I'm Michael Darling. Ciao.